Shri Guru Charitra, Chapter 4. Shri Dattavatar. This chapter describes the advent of Shri Dattatreya as a son of Anasuya and Atri. This chapter illustrates the power of chastity, that is, purity as exemplified in the life of Anasuya. Her purity could transform the great trinity, the Durlabhya, that is, the unattainable, into mere babes in her arms and make them Saulabhya, that is, bringing within one's easy and close reach. The name Atri means one who has transcended the three gunas. Anasuya is one who is bereft of human frailties such as jealousy, etc., and is spotlessly pure. Where Atri and Anasuya cohabit, the Lord Himself is also sure to abide. Namdharak asked Siddha Yogi how the three great gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, were born as a single manifestation as Datta. His heart was yearning to know the whole Guru Charitra from its very beginning and origin. Siddha Yogi began describing the origin of creation. In the timeless beginning, there was no earth, no sky, no planet, no universe, and no being. It was all an infinite expanse of water. On it was resting Lord Shri Narayana. Actually, that primal water itself was God. Out of the water was born Hiranyagarbha, and out of Hiranyagarbha emerged Brahmanda. Brahmanda split into two, and one became the sky and other the earth. The Lord then created the four-faced Brahma and entrusted him with the task of creation of both the animate and the inanimate beings. Brahma, out of his Manas, created the seven sages, known as Manas Putras. Atri Rishi was one of those seven sons of Brahma. Atri practiced severe penance for countless number of years and attained Brahmagnana. Later, at the insistence of Brahma, he married Anasuya, the daughter of Kardama Prajapati. Anasuya was the embodiment of perfection and was entirely blemishless, and as her name itself indicates, she had no malice against anyone and had overwhelming and motherly love for all beings. She was an embodiment of chastity who worshipped and considered her husband alone as God. She is reckoned foremost among the Pativratas. Her fame and glory spread far and wide all over the three worlds. Indra, the Lord of Heaven, felt all his power waning out into insignificance like that of an oil lamp before the dazzling and splendorous sunshine of the rising glory and powers of Anasuya, and was afraid of losing his supremacy. He approached the three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, and entreated them to arrest the ever-increasing powers and glory of Anasuya by somehow casting a blemish on her chastity. He said Anusuya's name and fame had already been outshining and eclipsing that of the three divine consorts, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati, who were till then ranked as the foremost amongst the women in all the worlds. The gods wanted to put Anusuya's purity and power to test. They transformed themselves into mendicants and approached the hermitage of Atri Rishi. They begged for alms. At that time, Atri Rishi had gone to the river to offer his daily oblations. Anasuya came out and welcomed them and extended hospitality to them. They made a strange request that the food prepared be served to them by Anasuya without wearing any garment. Anasuya, though perplexed at such a strange, embarrassing, and impossible condition, however, thought for a while as to what she could do. Atithis cannot be turned away under any circumstances. Atithis are aspects of God themselves. She thought, but yes, it flashed in her mind, if only the guests were her babies and she their mother, she could feed them without donning a garment. She concluded. Her thoughts, the thoughts of a pure and chaste mind, instantly became a reality. The elderly guests turned into babies. She then fed them with all the motherly solicitude and love, sang lullabies for them, and put them to sleep in a cradle. When Atri Rishi returned home, to his amazement, he found Anasuya fondling the three babies and singing to them lullabies on Upanishadic truths. Anasuya rose and offered the children at the feet of her husband and said, "These children are the gift of God to us." That is Datta. Atri Rishi was overwhelmed with joy. Atri Rishi, through his Divya Drishti, realized who the children really were. He prayed to them, "O supreme gods, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, it is all your inscrutable divine Leela. You, the infinite beings, chose to become babes in our humble home so as to delight us who have been childless and have been praying to you in our heart of hearts to bestow on us a child. How blessed are we to fondle you. Tears of joy started welling out from the sage's eyes, bathing the babes, so to say. The babes now assumed their real forms and made their appearance before the couple as a trinity, Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. They said, "We are pleased with both of you. You ask for whatever boons you wish." The couple prayed, "Let the joy you gave us as babies in our home a little while ago become permanent and a lasting reality. Make this humble cottage of ours your own home and give us the blessed opportunity to fondle you as our own children." The gods said, "Your wish will surely be fulfilled. Let us also, who have never known what a mother's and father's love is like, experience and enjoy it as children in your home. That is, in truth, what we have been seeking for and why we came here under the pretext of Bhiksha." To Anusuya, Brahma was born as Chandra, Vishnu as Datta, and Maheshwara as Durvasa. The children grew up under the fondling care of their parents. Atri Rishi performed their Upanayana Samskara. After this, Chandra sought permission of his parents to take his place in the skies and to make it his abode. Durvasa also sought permission of the parents to leave home for his pilgrimages and penance. Both of them merged their divine selves and power in their brother Datta before their departure from home. Thus, in Datta were merged all the divine aspects and powers of the Great Trinity, which became symbolized in his 3 faces and 6 hands, and because of which he came to be called as Dattatreya or Dattatraya. The name also bears another meaning, the one who gifted himself as son to Atri. Dattatreya from his very early years itself took to the task of redemption of the world as the supreme guru and protector. He is Purna Jnanavatar, incarnated to dispel darkness of ignorance in the world and to bestow spiritual knowledge and wisdom on all the aspirants. Thus ends the 4th chapter of Shri Guru Charitra, describing the glorious advent of the Dattavatar on earth. Glory to the all-merciful, the omnipresent, and the ever-responsive Gurunath.